Hi traders, welcome to this video. Today I want to talk about beliefs about trading. Everyone has beliefs about trading. Everyone is thinking something about trading, and everyone consumes a lot of information from other people, from media or from social media, and everything that will form your beliefs about trading. Before I show you some negative beliefs and some beliefs from myself, I want to highlight some important information. Beliefs determine your behavior and thinking. So it's very important that you carefully select your beliefs and always ask yourself if you have the right beliefs, if they help you to become successful, or if they block you from your success. Another very important point is select every information carefully you consume. Only consume information that help you on your way. This is a very important point because we are living in a society where information are all around of us. So you get a lot of information, and you get a lot of information without asking for them. You see that on social media. You see the information in your Twitter feed. You see the information in newsletter, etc. And you did not ask for them. So you maybe stumble upon an article about algorithmic trading and how they rule the world, etc. And you don't ask for this information. You get it directly into your face. And this small piece of information, let you think about the topic, and it starts a process in your brain to think about the topics, to think about what the topic has to do with your trading, etc. So it's very important that you select the information very carefully you consume. By that I mean selecting the books you read very carefully, select the people very carefully which you follow on social media, select the movies very carefully you watch. So if you are a big fan, for example, of the movie Wall Street or Wolf of Wall Street, this is not reality. And the more you consume such movies, the more influence has it on your mindset. So very carefully with information selection. And the third point, avoid people with negative thinking and destructive belief. Everyone talks about trading. Everyone loves to talk about stocks, love to talk about myth of trading, love to talk about headlines, etc. So chatting is something which people really, really like. But the people who are chatting about trading, they mostly do not have much experience, because the experienced traders, they are focused on trading, they are focused on their trading systems, and they don't chat so much about headlines or popular topics in trading. So avoid people who always spread negative thinking on social media and try to tell everyone else about topics, and with that also send their destructive beliefs into the world. Okay, now let's come to some beliefs I regularly see on social media, and I regularly get per email and get a lot of questions about these topics here. And I want to talk about them a little bit in detail. So I see on social media and also on my question and answers that I discuss with traders via email, I see that a lot of people ask about this belief: market makers hunt for stop losses. So they are not using stop losses because they are afraid that market makers will execute their stop losses, will bring the price down to their stop loss level because they see all the information, etc. I don't have any information if this is really true or not, and if this is really true in the today's world with electronic trading and electronic trading platforms. So the Nasdaq, for example, is not a stock exchange with a specialist. It is an electronic network of different market makers, and it's much more difficult to hunt stop losses in that situation. But much more important as the question if this is true or not is this a belief who or which is helpful? I don't think so. Stop losses are a great tool to limit your losses in the stock market, and it is not important if market makers are hunting for them or not. It's a tool for you. It's a tool for you to protect money. And if you now think that there are bad market makers who only hunt for stop losses of small retail traders in the market, and you avoid to use this great tool, you have a wrong belief, in my opinion. So think about that. The next one is algorithms make successful trading impossible. That's something I stumble upon a lot of in social media. Algorithms rule the world, etc. I personally give nothing about that. So I always say algorithms have no influence on my trading. Of course they have, because algorithms are used by market makers, they're used in high frequency trading, etc. But this is not my business. I'm not in the business of high frequency trading. I'm not in the same time frames as algorithms, etc. And I don't care if I pay 1 cent or more spread. So it has no influence on me. The only thing what has influence on me is really to execute my trading strategy well. And if somebody else, Goldman Sachs or whoever, are doing market makings with algorithms or help big institutions to buy or sell positions with algorithms, I don't give anything about that. They can do it. Algorithms are great for the market because they create a lot of liquidity in the markets. So, and if you now have this belief that successful trading is not possible anymore because of the algorithms, then you are standing on the sidelines. Congratulations, it's your choice. I don't have this thinking, so it's not important for me if somebody uses algorithms or not. The only thing is what I'm concentrated on is my personal trading. Okay, next belief. 95% of traders are losing money. The chances are very low to make money as a trader. Yes, that's true. But think about the opposite. 5% make money. And who do they make money? Or how do they make money? And this is the important question. And look at the 95% of the market participants or traders who are losing money. And who are they? They are retail traders. They don't have any edge. They don't have a system. They are trading for excitement and not to make money in the long run. And on the other side, if you look to the 5% of successful traders on the market, and especially in retail traders, they are very experienced. They have experience of 10, 15, 20 years. They have successful back-tested trading systems, etc. And you must get into this 5% cluster, and you must have all the characteristics which the 5% traders have. So if you think that's impossible to make money as a trader, okay, that's your choice, but I don't think so. And this helped me to stay in the game and to stay on the right side, in my opinion. Okay, the fourth belief, traders who teach trading are bad traders. This is something which I always stumble upon, especially from frugal people who don't want to spend any money for trading education and want to get everything for free. This is really stupid, because if you look into the sports world, not every sports coach is the best player. And I personally think that it's not important that the traders who teach trading are the most successful traders of the world. I think it's much more important that they can teach, so that you are able to learn from them. Because it is not very helpful if you have a great trader or the best trader of the world and they are not able to teach you anything. So this will not help you. So great traders who teach trading are often successful. They are not the market wizards, but they are very successful, but they can teach, and they love teaching. And this can help you to grow as a trader and to get a good start as a trader and to extend your knowledge. Okay, the fifth one, successful traders have a secret which they do not tell anyone else. This is something I also heard on social media, especially from very frustrated traders who are searching for a holy grail. Of course, this is nonsense. So successful traders don't have any secret. They spend much more time on testing, back testing, and they found an edge, and they found a strategy which fits to their personality. And they live this trading style. Look at people like Linda Reschke and listen to interviews with Linda Reschke, and you will see that she really lives her trading style and her trading. So successful traders don't have a secret or holy grail. They spend much more time with trading and have much more experience and have an edge in the market which is tested. So the last one I found not very helpful is edges are only short-lived. There are two types of edges in the market. There are edges who are short-lived, yes. For example, they based on a statistical pattern which appears and disappears because something changed in the markets. They are very short-lived. But there are also edges in the market which are timeless. So if you look at, for example, the trading of growth stock traders and also momentum stock traders, you will see that these edges are more or less timeless. The traders from 100 years ago use the same edge as today because they are so based on the market behavior that they will not disappear. And no algorithms or new technology or whatever in the last 100 years changed anything about this edge. And also trend following. Following the trend is one of the most basic edges you can have. And also trend following is working for hundreds of years. So, and if you look at the big CTAs who are managing billions of money and are trend followers, yay. Of course, they have some bad years, but on the other side, they are very successful over 30, 40 years. So edges are not always short-lived. And I personally concentrate more on edges which worked for 100 years and will work for 100 years from now. Okay, let's come to a few beliefs from myself or what I think about trading. So one of my basic beliefs is everyone can learn to trade successfully. You must believe that. If you want to learn trading, you must believe that it's possible to learn that. And if you look back and if you read biographies about successful and well-known traders, you see that they all started as newbies. They all started with a knowledge of zero. and all learned trading over years and years and years. It took them 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, but they learned to trade successfully. So it must be possible. Otherwise, we would not have any traders in the market. But it's very difficult to learn that. The second one, I believe, and I wrote that also in my free ebook, trading is a craft with rules and tools. But to be a master, you must be an artist too. That means you can learn the craft, you can learn all the basic rules, you can learn to master the tools. But if you want to be a market wizard, if you want really to be a master of trading, you must have some artist. You must be an artist too. So you must apply some art on it. And with that, I mean you must be a very good chart reader. You must be somebody who can interpret volume and have a lot of knowledge and experience about trading. And with that, you build some intuition. And this is what I personally call some art. So intuition and a lot of experience. And this on top of the basic craft will help you to become a master of trading. Okay, the third one, there are timeless edges in the market. They worked 100 years ago and will work in 100 years too. This is something I spoke about 1 minute ago. Yes, there are timeless edges in the market. And one of them is trend following the trend, following the big waves in the market. So have the right buyers on your back and have the right market conditions will help you. And this is a timeless edge. If you manage your risk and if you manage to taking profits, then you can build on this edge and be very successful. And if you look back, people like Darvis, Jesse Livermore, etc., they worked with the same edges and the same technique 100 years ago. And I'm convinced that in 100 years we will use the same techniques too, because they are based on the fundamental principles of the market. Okay, the fourth one, protecting money is more important than making money. Classical belief, but I think this is very important. Protecting money. So really stepping on the sideline, being in cash, selling very aggressively when the odds are against you, or when a trade is not starting that way that you expected. Protecting money, that's very important, and much more than making money. And this is and there's also a second belief inside, and this is do not press every cent out of a trade. So protecting your gains is also important, and is also protecting money. Okay, the fifth one, great stocks always have a great company and product. Yes, definitely. If you look back on all the big winners in the last 100 years, they all had great fundamentals. They all had great companies and product behind that. I'm not speaking here about a short momentum trade which went up 100% in a few weeks. No, I'm talking here about long-term trades over weeks and months and maybe also years, if this is your time frame. But if you find a great company which is growing, which have a growing product and can also make a lot of money, then you will find also a great stock. Okay, the last one on this list, you must be very selective to trade successfully. Trading a few times per year is enough. With trading a few times per year, I don't mean that only a few trades per year. No, I mean a few periods. So there are only 30% of the time the market is trending. And in this 30%, you are able to make the most money. And you only want to select these periods where you can make a lot of money and then trading aggressively inside these periods. And this is what I mean by trading a few times per year is enough. And you must be very selective to select the right market and the market conditions, to be or to select the right stocks, of course, and then trade them and follow your rules. So it is not helpful if you have a portfolio of 50 or 100 stocks or something. It is really not helpful, because then you're getting the same results as a Nasdaq or S&P 500. No, you want a different result than the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. So that means you must be you must do something differently. And with a very selective approach and a very concentrated approach, so investing into the best 5 or 10 stocks, you are doing something differently. And this is what I mean by you must be very selective to trade successfully. Okay, so now you got some insights into my own beliefs. You got some insights about a few beliefs I think are not helpful and should be definitely ignored. And I told you something about what's important about beliefs. So I hope that this video helped you to understand why are beliefs so important in trading. And always have in your mind that beliefs are forming your mindset as a trader. And you must always ask yourself if you have the right beliefs, and think about your beliefs. Are they helpful or are they not helpful? And you will see that in your results or in your actions in the market. If you are hesitating to buy a new position or to sell them, then you must ask why I am hesitating about that. Okay, is it a belief which blocks me from doing this action? And then you get insight or more insight into your own beliefs, and then you can start to change them. I know this is not easy, but this is something you have to work on constantly. Okay, I hope that this video helped you to get more focus on that topic. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me of course on YouTube and also on Instagram if you like. And I recommend to subscribe to my free newsletter. I send it out every Sunday with some candidates from my personal watch list, some other trading tips and my interpretation about the market conditions.